It's a new hour of a new day, of a new week, of a new month, of a new year. It is January the 1st. I have new shelves, I have a new jumper, everything is new. Happy New Year and welcome to the first vlog of 2024. As said, I have new shelves. These were like my main Christmas present from Wren and I'm in love with them. Because I have very limited space in this house, I went with this like 3 corner unit and they're all like half size compared to my old, but it did give me extra shelves. But unfortunately, with everything coming out of storage, it means that I still have like barely any space left. But the big bookcase that was here is now going up into my bedroom. What I'm going to do, I'll turn the camera around and I will show you give you a little tour of it. And then we shall talk reading plans, etc. for the year or week. So here are my new shelves. We have, like, it was the 3-piece corner unit from Billy. We just have some writing and folders down here, bigger graphic novels and manga with my 80s albums, and then 80s part 2 manga shelves. This central one is kind of like my favourites bookcase. So I have like my special editions, the Schwab shelf, and then these are like my favourite series that I've read so far. And then down the bottom, I didn't have anywhere else, so these are all my non-fictions for now. Then we have the Nalini shelves, so the Angel series at the top, then 2 shelves of Psy Changeling. This will expand once I've got all the physical books. And then we just have my hardbacks and paperbacks and some decorations. And then down the bottom we have autobiography/biography, poetry and children's. So yeah, I love them. They're so cute. I'm so happy. And again, thank you, Wren. You're amazing. And then the old one is just sat here in the living room because we're going to be decorating my bedroom this week and that will be going into my bedroom, so I'll have extra shelves up there. But yeah, reading plans. Well, let me try and take a seat somewhere. What if I do that? Last year I went live on New Year's Eve and saw the new year in by finishing off like my last book of 2022 and then seeing in the year by starting my first book of 2023. I was going to do the same this year, but I'm still sick. And after doing the bookcases, yesterday I felt so unwell, I just didn't want to go live. Still don't feel great today, so probably won't be going live again. But I did do what I always do. I finished my final book of 2023, Under Your Spell by Laura Wood. 5-star, absolutely loved it. I resonated so much with Clemmy, the main character, and it was my favourite heterosexual romance of 2023. And then I started my first book of 2024, which is Conventionally Yours by Annabeth Albert, and I got 20 pages in before I decided to go and die. And yeah, this one features 2 guys who play a card game similar to Magic the Gathering. I'm already picking up that one of them I think is autistic. There's certainly very much autistic coding in here. And then the other one, we've had a hint that something really bad happened that caused him to have to leave college, and he's now very, very strapped for cash. And both of them are just in a situation where they're feeling a bit lost. They're both struggling, one with money, one with feeling like he's not got any control over his life. And they play at a local game store run by a guy called Professor Jackson, he's a professor at a university who has a podcast thing where he talks about the game and talks about the strategies of the gamers, and he then has been given tickets to this huge convention on the other side of the country that they all really wanted to go to and not all of them could afford to go to. And so the group of 4 that play there regularly have all now got tickets, and that's where we got to, is the professor has proposed for those that couldn't afford airfare, is to do a road trip with him and drive across, because there are other sort of gaming stores that want copies of his books. So he was like, hey, we can drive across and go through those states and drop the books off while we go and make it like a 2-week trip. And these guys are like, but I hate that guy, to each other. And they're like, oh God, do I really want to be stuck with him for 2 weeks? And they've both sort of gone, yeah, we'll do it. So it's could be really, really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I am only 20 pages in, so we shall see. And then other plans for this week are Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten for Adventure-a-thon. This is my Guildhall prompt. So I'm probably going to get that done today, so at least then I've completed the first prompt of all of them. And then I'm not really going to set exact plans, because this is, I don't know what we're doing this week. So, but I would like to get Love Light Farms done with Wren. I think we both want to kind of get onto that. And then for like the year, I guess, I just said these weekly vlogs will be coming back. And because I don't always go out and do things, and I will be working, like I'll be home a lot more this year, I've decided I'm going to try and do some weekly vlog themes. So I was kind of inspired by Comedy Charlotte. She's done this where she created a wheel with different vlog theme ideas. And so I'm going to be doing like a wheel, and when I spin it, it'll give me a theme idea. One will be reading my cozy wholesome manga. One will be the books that I picked up off Stuff Your Kindle Day, because I've done that 3 times now and I probably have about 100 books to read from that. So it's going to be fun to just sort of try different things on top of my usual reading. There will be the My Heroic TBR, and then obviously we have Adventure-a-thon, which kicked off today and I'm really excited for. So yeah, there's lots of good exciting things to start the year. I've still got Wren here for 16 more days, and I'm trying to not think about that it's only 16. So yeah, we've got that, and then we've got a few plans, and then we've got our Edinburgh trip. So it's going to be an amazing start to the year. But yeah, I'm just so excited for, I'm really excited for my reading this year. I'm really looking forward to my filming and videos this year. I feel like this is the year we're going to hit 1K, and my brain is exploding over that fact. I really want to work on my journaling this year. I'm so happy now we've got the shelves so I can use like proper backdrops again. And I have a really good, solid feeling about this year. Anyway, this isn't going to be getting any reading done. So I'm going to go, and I will check in with you guys when I have some reading updates. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your first book of the year is going to be. And if you've already finished it by the time you read this, what did you think? And yeah, I'm going to go get yelled at by the cat and do some reading. And say good morning to Wren, because I think that's who just came down. I finished my first thing of 2024. Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten. It was a bit weird, not gonna lie, but it was super cute, and it wasn't what I thought it was. And it turns out that the ex-Yakuza, it's him and a few others that are all ex-Yakuza, and he has his own cat cafe thing where people can rescue the animals and adopt the animals, and he finds Sabu on the streets and takes him in, and it was really cute. There's a couple of questions, like how does the cat know what a Yakuza is, and all of these different things that the cat is like, a baby kitten would not know these things. You actually got more from the cat's perspective than the humans, and it was just so cute. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Way of the House Husband, with the whole, he still approaches things with the attitude of a Yakuza and talks like he's still Yakuza. Everyone is weary of him, and the cat is terrified of him because he looks so scary. It was good. I haven't rated it yet. I think it's going to be a 3.5 or a 4. But this is also my first reading book prompt for Adventure-a-thon, which is to pick one of the books that matched the character, and I chose to sit at table 3, which are the adventurers, the explorers, and the people with animal companions. So animal companion, it counts. So yeah, first book of 2024, for first manga of 2024, first book of Adventure-a-thon. Good start to the year. And then I haven't read any more of this one yet, but I am about to before I go to sleep. So yeah, I'm going to get on and read some of this. Woohoo! So, set up my challenges. I have two core piles this year. One is going to be for manga, one is going to be for novels because I'm keeping them separate. And then my original thought was that I was going to use Goodreads just for books, like novels, and then Storygraph for manga. Until I remembered that Storygraph with the challenges and tracking the challenges, I can't, if I'm only using manga, it's just gonna get confusing. So I'm probably not going to track my manga at all online anywhere, and I'm just going to use Corepile to track my manga, and then Goodreads and Storygraph will be for the novels that I read. Or Storygraph's going to be for everything, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that was annoying to realise. I'm also now on 100 pages of Conventionally Yours, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm loving that some of the chapters, not all, but some are starting with, there's like some mixed media in here. So we have like a picture of the two arguing and the friend in the back. But literally, as I was thinking, how is this going to end up being like a one bed situation when there's three people? There was like a scenario where the third guy that was, like, there was supposed to be four. One of them got into an accident, wasn't able to go. Then there was three. One of them had to go home because his sister was rushed into hospital. So now there's the two. So yeah, we've reached a point where they're actually starting to communicate with each other and understand each other a little bit more, and I'm liking it. So yeah, I think this one's going to be really good. Hopefully. On top.
Oh, ready to have some fun? I certainly am. Are you? Well, I certainly am. So, have a wonderful time.
Oh my god, it does crunch. Wren's first time on the snow. Woo! It's crunchy. Touch it. I guess we're off. Apparently they're not waiting for us. Boys! No run! Oh, for God's sake. Oh no. That better be for your brother.
It is.
Okay. Oh my god, You are...
Can I say something crazy? Can I say something even crazier?
No! Let it go! Let it go!
Oh my god, hold it back anymore! Don't have to choose you to Christmas decorations.
Your Highness!
Your Highness! Your Highness! I feel... Oh, you're rushing in.
Okay, I don't know how much I actually said or where I got to. I think I said that I'd finished Ex Yakuza and Stray Kitten and gave it 3 stars. And then I have finished Conventionally Yours and I absolutely loved it. I got 4.5 stars and I literally cannot say why I didn't give it 5 stars because that is completely spoilery. But I'll just say there were a couple of things that kind of got on my nerves and stopped me from giving it 5 stars. But I just had such a good time with this. It was good, nerdy, geeky. It was everything that I could wish for. The card game itself, if you've never played these kind of card games before, you might get a bit confused because even as someone who used to play, I can't remember the name of the game now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Big famous card game. Magic the Gathering. Even as someone who used to play Magic the Gathering, I was a little bit lost with some of the things they were talking about. But it was a really solid read. I loved it. It was cute. It was wholesome. I love how when you finish the book and you go back to the start where it's got the map with the illustrations, every single illustration makes sense. And it all just connects to the story in some way. And it was just so cute and so wholesome. And I loved the romance. And I loved the fact that it was adults acting like adults and not acting like 16-year-olds. It was amazing. Especially as when you have nerdy adults and gamers and stuff like that, authors tend to write them really young. And it's like, just because we're gamers and stuff doesn't mean that we're emotionally immature. I mean, quite often we are, but it's not always a given. So yeah, I did have a fantastic time with this. And then I've now started Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm about 30 pages into that and I'm enjoying it so far. You can definitely tell it's translated because like the translations are just very, very simplistic and the writing is very simple. And I don't know, you can usually tell when a novel has been translated. But I am enjoying the story. I haven't really gotten to any like the big emotional meaty stuff that people have said will come just yet, but I'm sure that's going to come very, very soon and I am prepared for that. And yeah, I've also just filmed my side quest like bounties for Adventure-a-thon. So I now have a new stack of books to get through as well, starting from tomorrow. But yeah, at least I can safely say I am one novel and one manga done for the year. And I'm now gonna try and just binge read as much as I can over the next few days before we head off to Edinburgh. But yeah, it's now Sunday. We have had a really good week. We've decorated my bedroom, so it's now really super warm and cozy, as you've seen in the footage. We then today spent the day at the local snow dome where they had like a winter wonderland. So they've turned the outside like ring of the skating rink into like a snow play area, and it had all sorts of different things, and my nephews absolutely loved it. Wren had the time of their life seeing snow for the first time, throwing snowballs. At one point both my nephews ganged up on them, and then they stupidly decided to hide behind me when it was not hard for the boys to still get them. And they had like little sleds, so we were pulling them along on the sleds, and then there was like a slide that was really fun, and we got to see all different animals, and it was just a really lovely time. And it was the first time that I've been able to take my nephews out on their own. The older one I took out when he was younger a couple of times, and we just had an auntie nephew day, and so it's the first time since Reese was born, and he's now 8, so it's the first time in 8 years I've had just a day just with me and the boys. And it was so magical, so lovely. It was quite funny though, because when we asked if they wanted a souvenir, Caden was like, can I get a ruler, which was like £1.50, and then Reese was like, can I get Rudolph, who was like £10, and I was like, yes, of course, you're gonna go for the more expensive option, the most expensive option on there. And then he was like, can I get a hot chocolate? But he was so polite and so well behaved. We were just like, yeah, go on then. And yeah, it was a fantastic afternoon, a lovely way to end the week. You can tell how tired I am by my eyes barely staying open right now. And it's now like 7 p.m, but my brain is like, I swear it's 11. And yeah, so I doubt I'm going to read tonight. But just in case I do, I'm not going to wrap up and finish here. I will finish up in the morning, so I can give you an update on anything that I read tonight. But yeah, it was a lovely week, and I'm now even more stoked because next week we're off to Edinburgh, and so we're going to obviously be doing some shopping then, and it's also my birthday next week, so very excited for that. If you're not aware, my birthday is on the 13th, and yeah, it's just going to be really good, and I'm excited, and I can't wait. So yeah, I'll tune in the morning for the wrap up and final update and let you know what I got onto for the week. Ta-da. So I finished the week. I did last night read a little bit more before the coffee gets cold, and I read like the first chapter, part, story thing. With where it's like the lovers, and so we're getting an introduction to the cafe and the ghost and all of this, and I'm kind of like, what? But then they explained like with the ghost, where it's like, she was the spirit of someone who didn't come back, and basically if you don't come back, I found out what the repercussion is, and it's if you don't come back before the coffee gets cold, you become the ghost. Kind of freaky and kind of terrifying, but it was pretty good, and I like all the different rules, and I like that it's slightly different rules and consequences to a lot of time travel-y type things. So it's basically a case of doesn't matter what you do, it won't change the future. And then it led into the question of, well, what's the point of going back? And it was just really, really well done, and I am liking it a lot more than I was the first few pages. So I'm now 56 pages in, so I should be able to get this done in a day or two. And it means that I finished week 1 on, I think I'm 1 book behind on the manga already, which is hilarious. And I am on track, or ahead by 1 book for my novels. So I'm on track right now, which is great. And except for my hours listened, apparently I'm 5 hours behind schedule, so I need to get onto my audiobooks very, very fast. But yeah, I I'm quite happy with that. It was a nice first week. Obviously, I finished my first book of the year. I finished my first manga of the year. I started my second book of the year. I forgot I was meant to be doing a vlog with this. Whoops. Went to the snow dome, introduced Wren to the snow, had day out with the nephews. Oh my god, what else did we do last week? Decorated my bedroom, set up my new bookshelves, watched a lot of TV. We watched Yuri on Ice. Yeah. We watched Bluey. Yeah. We started One Piece last night, the live action. And then we also watched How to Keep Your Mummy. I think we need to finish that one. We've got like 2 or 3 more episodes to go.
And Ghosts.
And Ghosts, yes, that one needs to be added to the journal spread I started last night. I still need to post my bullet journal setup because I still haven't done that, which is hilarious, but I will do that at some point. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with this first week. And I'm looking forward to see where the year goes. So let me know in the comments what you got up to in your first week of the year. I hope it was a good one. And I hope your year continues to be good. And if it wasn't such a good start, I hope it improves for you. Tune in next week for more updates. And in the meantime, I hope you're good. Hope you're staying safe. Bye.